Microlearning, a new trend in education and training. A presentation by Badrul Khan.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Badrul Khan. I welcome you to the session entitled Microlearning in the Digital Age. A new trend in education and training in the new norm of education after COVID-19.
We have organized the presentation into two parts. The first is a video presentation, which includes issues such as why microlearning, what is microlearning, introducing a framework for designing microlearning, and a demonstration of a microlearning unit of a course. The second part includes Badrul Khan presenting his e-learning framework, and if the time allows, he will answer any questions you may have.
As you know, COVID-19 pandemic affected all of us globally. Schools, colleges, universities, and training institutions around the world have been either fully or partially closed. As alternatives to traditional classroom, institutions have increasingly adopted remote learning methods. However, at no other time in history has the e-learning or online education gained such enormous and overwhelming attention globally. Education world was unprepared in its response to pandemic. With no substantive preparation, educators were asked to move from traditional face-to-face classroom to virtual learning via e-learning. Many educators had neither tools nor expertise to shift from traditional classroom to e-learning within a short period of time. As you know, e-learning or remote learning is an open educational system, different from traditional instruction. Classroom instruction is pretty much a closed system, taking place within a confine of a classroom. In contrast, e-learning is a flexible form of education that allows learners to learn from anywhere at any time. I recently moderated several international webinars on remote learning. Educators and students shared various issues associated with remote learning or online learning, including mental health, digital divide, students' data security, dropouts, infrastructure problem, tuition, digital accessibility, etc. Since 1995, I have been researching critical e-learning issues, and many of the issues raised by students and educators during pandemic are very inclusive of what I found over the years. It seems that the recommendation for simple digital learning in snippets, such as microlearning. Microlearning can be viewed as a single objective-focused, outcome-based, standalone, meaningful and interactive learning unit delivered in bite-sized snippets, that is a short modular format, either digitally via computer, tablets, or mobile phones, or non-digitally, that is via a flashcard or booklet. Now we'll talk about the attributes of microlearning, how we like to see the microlearning unit. Microlearning must be interactive and engaging. Device independent, can be delivered through any devices. Usable and accessible. Single objective focused. Short duration. Retention boosting and just in time. Independent but part of the whole, and must be cost effective. That is microlearning.
Home of microlearning, examples. Gyanvahan.com.
In 2007, I authored an article called Learning Snippets. I categorize learning snippets into two types. One is informational snippets, and another one is instructional snippets. So let's think about this way. There is a difference between information versus instruction. Information deals with informational techniques that used, or instruction deal with learning theory, instruction strategies, etc. Suppose you are doing an information snippet for a camera. So in that information snippet, you will provide the information about the camera, its properties, how fast it can take pictures, and all the description of it that includes of that functions of the camera would be informational. But instructional, it must be designed with learning theories, instructional strategies to make sure that one can learn using that unit. So today's discussion of microlearning will focus more on the learning side of it, which is instructional.